Today I want to show you how to be a better public speaker, how to captivate your audience in 5 simple tips.
The number one motivational speaker under 40 in the world. Got 1 billion views.
Number 1, speak to one person. So many people think when you go out there on stage, you've got to speak to the whole audience. It's actually not about how many people are there. It's about having a conversation and opening it up, speaking to one person. So you may catch eye contact with somebody, usually on the front row, and you speak directly to that one person. And then you may, later on in the speech, 5 minutes later, move to somebody else. A couple of seconds later, move to somebody else. But the point is, you want to make eye contact with individuals in the audience, and imagine it's a conversation with just one person. That's the magic. That is the secret behind it. It's not about, hey, everybody, and everybody will be feeling this. It's about, hey, friend, I'm speaking to you. Yes, you, right? I'm pointing at you right now and you feel it's you I'm talking to, right? I'm speaking to you. That's why I'm not scared most of the time now when I go on stage, because I realize it's no different to me sitting in my living room, having a conversation with you, my friend. And that's it. You speak to one person, and that will take you through the whole ride. It will help you to use your intonation, which we'll go into in step 5. It will help you in the way and the things that you talk about, the actual context of what you're talking about. So really understand it is one person you're talking to, not hundreds and not thousands. Have a conversation as though you're talking to a friend. And sometimes you get a bit excited when you're talking to a friend. And so you really, you tell, this is so exciting, I want to go here for a minute. But you always can come back to here. I'm just having a conversation with a friend. I'm just having a very excited conversation with a friend. Let me give you a little throwaway tip here. Make sure before you go on stage that you are super excited, because it comes across in your talk. If you go out there feeling really nervous, and if you're wanting to know how to get over the fear of public speaking, watch the other video that we just uploaded, which is about overcoming your fear of public speaking, how to overcome those fears. That will help you with that part. But go out there excited. Walk out there feeling empowered, feeling good about yourself, feeling amazing, because if you feel good, the audience will feel good, and they will feel that you feel good about this topic. They will know you're passionate about it and you're good at it, and they will trust you more. So speak to one person. Tip number 2, interact with your audience and make it a 2-way dialogue, not a 1-way dialogue. So this follows so beautifully from tip 1, because when you're speaking to an audience, if you just go out there and tell them things over and over and over again like this, they are gonna lose momentum and flow and tune out. And you'll find people on their phone or just not there, just not taking in the information. You've got to make it a 2-way dialogue. This is no different to social media when you use your stories, when you use your posts. You've got to ask people, how are you feeling today? You being one person, how are you feeling today? Do you want to learn how to impact the world more with your business? Say yes, ask them things, interact with your audience, ask the audience questions, do a whole round of, do you want to do this? Say yes, raise your hand if you believe this, raise your other hand if you believe this. Do you believe you can? Raise your hand. Anything like this is interaction with an audience. You want to interact with your audience as much as possible, because the more you interact, the more engaged your talk is, the more exciting your speech is. They will be listening attentively. They'll be on edge for the next question, because you might ask something else and they want to learn. And when they listen, they learn. And when you ask them questions, it makes them feel like, oh, this is personable, it's relatable, it's directed at me. This person really understands me. They understand me, I like them. They will like you. Your likability goes up. So ask them a question. How do you feel today? Raise your hand if you agree. Say yes, say I am. You could do all kinds of things like this, but make sure you make it a two-way dialogue. So if you're writing speech right now, or you're preparing for a speech next week on Zoom, maybe on stage, I'm going on stage soon with Gary Vee, and I'm already thinking, I know he's an excellent speaker. I've got to make sure my talk points are up to par. So I've got to make sure I interact like he does. He does it so excellently, I've got to rock it out, right? So you've got to make sure you prepare for where you're going and put questions for your audience in there and make it a two-way dialogue. You know, sometimes I like to jump in the audience. And I run into the audience, I'm like, hey, give me a microphone, give me a microphone. Even on the spot, the poor film crew, the behind-the-scenes team, they're like, what the fuck? Why is she making us get a microphone in the middle of her talk? And I'm like, bring me a microphone. I'm like, let me go and ask this guy, what's your name? And then I run in the audience, and I'm like, let's go. Okay, I jump off the stage. I'm like, what's your name? He's like, James. I'm like, James, stand up. James, hi. And tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from? Hey, Natasha. I'm from Utah, and I'm a sales rep. Okay, James, and tell us, what is your dream and the impact that you want to make in the world? Well, I, Natasha, want to make an impact in the world because I really want kids to know that, you know, they don't have to be bullied and not talk about it. They can speak up about it and be heard in today's world. Amazing. So then I'm like, thank you so much, James. I've interacted. Let me go and run around to someone else. Do you get it? I now run around to somebody else and I go and ask them a question. That is interaction. What I just did right there is interaction. Because that could have been you I asked that question to. Yes, you behind the blue screen, the laptop, that little Mac, I can see you through there. Okay, that's you, with your gorgeous little glasses on. Yes, you, okay. So you know, you're like, okay, she's talking to me. She can see me through my screen. Wait, is my webcam on? No, it's not. I definitely can't see you. That'd be great if I could though. If I could see you guys as I film. Okay, let's move on. Tip number 3. Not too many slides. Don't use too many slides, for the love of God. When you've got loads of slides on your screen, they are really good and really useful for information, but do you really think that 50 slides is what is going to engage your audience? You're wrong. What is good with your audience is when you have a few slides to iterate your point, but not too many, because they are there for you. They are there for your enthusiasm, your voice, and your good points, which you should know anyway. But if they're on a slide, that's good, because it backs it up. Like, have a look here. There's a little survey on the screen. Can you see? 98% of the population is feeling sad about their day when it rains, and 2%, so you can show that on the board. And then you'll come back to the audience here again and speak in here. Don't do too many slides. Put a nice quote up. Take a picture of that. Do you like that on the slide behind? Take a picture of that quote. You like it? Okay, yeah, like that. And then you could do something like the QR code. I spoke about this in the last one. You want to get people into your database? Stick a nice QR code on the slide and say, all right, guys, take a picture of that QR code or use that QR code right now to get the free program. You done it? There's a link below, by the way, for anyone who wants to get the free program to this and learn more. Okay, do you get it? So we get into it. We learn. Right behind you, that's what slide's for. You use it as a prompt. You don't use it as the direction of your speech. Because let me tell you something. This is very powerful and very interesting. 75% of professional speakers, mine included, talks are pre-prepared. But do you know what the other 25% is? Spontaneous, on the spot, impromptu. The stuff we don't plan, 25%, is there and then on the spot, completely done for the audience because we just tuned in to what y'all like. We saw they're really quiet, so I gotta kind of edge this way a bit, or they're really ADHD and can't focus. So then I have to go this way and I have to do some breathing exercises because I'm one of those people who's super hyperactive as well. So I have to know how to bring that down sometimes. Do you understand? So we have to tune into our audience. That's what that 25% is. So 75% is pre-prepared. So I just want you to know that if you are looking to professionally speak, you need to understand some of it's going to be pre-prepared and those slides are included in that, but 25% is not. So you best know your topic, honey, because if you don't know your topic, you're going to sink. You got to know your topic inside out, back to front. Tip number 4. Move around the stage. So you gotta run around the stage. You gotta not literally go for a run, but you've gotta use the whole stage. Let's say it's a rectangle stage like this. You wanna make sure you go right over to the left side here, and you are talking to everybody on this side when you're on one side of the stage, and then you run over to the other. You're walking onto the other side. You just walk and talk casually, okay? And you want to make sure you interact from this side. Hey guys, hi, so nice to see you. Oh my God, but you just talk here, so I'm just talking to you right here, and then I'm talking back to you here, and then I'm talking back to you here. Do you get it? You've got to use the stage. Now, some people will tell you, move with purpose. You don't want to just be running around the stage aimlessly, but move with purpose. So as you walk to the left stage, come talk to them over here. How you guys feeling? I want to come and feel your energy over here. You know what? I'm going to tell you about this new point on public speaking and the power of purpose. Having purpose in your business, having purpose in your voice, in your moves. And then I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to speak to you guys in the middle. And then I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to speak to you guys on the right. You got to use all your 3 spaces or 4 spaces, or maybe you're in the round and you got a circle, you got people all around you. You never want to have your back to the audience. So you do not want to sit with your back like this talking. Like, how is your day? Horrendous. Do not do that. You want to be up, all around, all around. Sometimes I wear trainers on stage. Oh yeah, I'll call them sneakers, because I want to be able to be nimble, move around, you know, but you don't have to. Sometimes I wear heels too. You might want to wear your heels, but just wear whatever feels good for you. Move around the stage, feel good. Don't pace too fast. But make sure you use all your area, your territory, speak to everyone. Why? Because it oozes confidence. Confidence is key to this talk. What you put across is one part of it, but the majority, you could be talking bollocks, but if you say it with conviction, if you talk with it with confidence, they will love you and they will buy from you and they will want to spend more time with you. Got it? So even if what you're saying you don't believe about yourself, as it's not true about yourself, as long as you believe it, that's all that counts. So if you don't feel that confident, if I can make you feel confident from this video, from maybe one of my programs you've gotten into, you know, you're getting deep into one of my masterminds, you're learning about public speaking, you're feeling amazing, even if inside you don't feel like a confident person. It doesn't matter that it's not true right now. What matters is that you believe it. Can I help you to believe that you're gonna be an amazing public speaker and that you are one? Yes, that is all that counts. Because when I was in my lowest point and I was unwell, the truth was I was still on medication, but I was believing that I was healed. If you believe that you are healed, you will heal yourself in some way, shape, or form, whether it's just a tiny bit better that day. Or maybe you'll fully heal like me, I don't know. But you could heal depression, anxiety, anything once you start to believe it and implement certain things that you need to do to get onto the better side of life, to feeling a little bit better. Your feelings become your actions become your habits, and your habits become you. So remember that. Tip number 5, voice intonation. What does voice intonation mean? Well, it means when you're saying something in particular and you use this lower tone, and then perhaps you intonate your voice and you go up into something more powerful here, and then really you go for the motivational piece out here somewhere. Sorry for anyone who's in the background of your room right now and there's this girl on screen screaming at you. Different tones are what excite your audience and captivate them. You want to know how to captivate your audience? Use your voice, but use it with purpose. So you don't just want to use your voice and say, okay, Natasha told me to intonate my voice, so I'm going to go really quiet right now and talk, because that makes no sense at all. When you want to lean in and say something personal, maybe then you might come in here and say, come. Let me tell you something. You might lean in a bit and go to a quiet piece here because you're talking about something personal, something hard, something that you went through. And then when you want to ask them a question, okay, who here today feels this? You might open your voice up a bit. You might go into your chest voice, your head voice, and then you may even tell them, if you believe it today and you believe you can do this, then you know what? Take action, practice, because practice is what makes perfection, okay? Perfection as a public speaker does not exist, but you can get as near to being your version of perfect as you can. Do you know how to do it? Practice. Get into those smaller gigs. Go and do some Zoom meetings. Go and do Zooms with 100 people, move up to 500 people, and then go on a stage to 100 people, a big public stage, and then move up to 1,000. Start believing that you can do it. Reach out to people and don't give up. These are my 5 tips. I hope you've enjoyed this today as much as I have being here. Hit the subscribe button and like it. Please comment and let me know your feelings, how and what you want to learn more about, because I'll be making a video for you next. Thank you so much love and light. Peace.